This is pretty fucking cool. I like this a lot. This is really, really stripped back. Really, really stripped back, and just a sort of very basic form of metal. Right, hold on, we're going in. Right, this is 3, 2, 1, and we're off again. So here we go, side 2. This time we have RX Queen, Street Cop, and Teenager. Is that a loop or is that being played? This sort of music is quite a departure from what I traditionally think of as metal, which tends to be far more grandiose and bigger and flamboyant almost, bombastic. But this is just sort of punchy, succinct, stripped back in a way. I mean, it's a full sound, so it's difficult to sort of understand what I mean when I say stripped back, but it's not that huge wall of sound that a lot of metal bands will have. You've got sort of 2, if not 3 guitars pummeling with blast beats and growling and whatever else is going on there. It's almost... I don't know, it's quite an American sound. Obviously it's an American band, but there is a sound that couldn't be anything other than American. And this has it. And that's not, I don't mean that in a bad or a negative way at all. It's just very identifiable. Inventive, isn't it? It's a bit like sort of Massive Attack meets Tool, isn't it? Very cool. Very cool. Whew. Here we go. I could be a million miles off the point. This, all of this so far has a sound that I'd associate with like skating. I'm not sure if that's like skateboarding, which is kind of a generation, or generation after I went through discovering music as a sort of a teenager and 20-something many years ago. So I kind of missed out on this. But I don't think this could have existed without stuff like Nirvana either. There's a very, very clear sound on here, which is very similar to sort of Nirvana as well. Dinosaur Jr. I could imagine watching this live would be quite a dangerous proposition. Hot, sweaty, a lot of head banging. Oh, that's very cool. Such short, succinct little songs, these. Isn't the wonderful, wonderful thing about this thing we call music is that if there's a track you don't particularly like, you know almost immediately something else will come on which is wonderful. And actually, there's nothing on here that I haven't liked. I don't mean it like that, but people say they think they know what metal is. And for me, it is the widest, most all-encompassing, welcoming musical genre on the planet, because there's so much variety and creativity. And those that don't listen to it, they just don't know. They just don't know what they're missing. I like that little skippy beat. Good. Wow. I'm really impressed with this. I'm really, really impressed. Right, that's side 2. Off so we don't. I probably am going to. Well, no, of course, I'm definitely going to listen to sides 3 and 4. I'll probably record them. I'm not sure that I'll do a video with them, but this is quite a little journey for me. A band I've never heard anything at all from before. A band I know nothing about, and one that has been recommended to me massively, and I know has got a really big following and a very, very big back catalogue of stuff to listen to. So it is one that I've been meaning to listen to for some time. And I'd say that on the whole, I've been really impressed with this. I like how it's such a departure from what I consider to be. I'm being sort of prejudiced here, and I don't mean to be, but I have a very sort of fixed idea in my mind of what I think metal is, and this isn't it. But I know this is metal. I can hear it is, and it's so interesting. And I think there's probably a lot of other bands from the late 90s and 2000s that I've never listened to that probably fall into the same category as this. Korn, that's another band. I've never ever heard anything by them. I kind of thought, I don't like the look of it. I don't think I fancy it, so I never have. Slipknot. I've never ever ever heard anything by Slipknot. You may not believe that, but it is absolute God's honest truth. I have never heard a single thing. I know who they are. I know what they look like. I know everything about them, but I don't think I've ever heard their music. So. It may surprise you, may not, but it is possible, you know. And here's another one, Deftones. I'm very impressed. I really am. I love the economy of the playing on here. There's no sort of flashy guitar solos. There's no there's I was going to say no flamboyance. I mean, there's nothing, no showy offiness in here at all. The drumming is so economical. There's no huge fills using sort of like seven or eight toms or 15 different cymbals. It's just a very straightforward, I imagine, bass drum, snare drum, and 2 toms, a crash and a ride, and a hi-hat. I can't even hear any double bass, so he's not even got 2 pedals. So it's very, very different from what you'd expect. The singing is different for different songs, and there's a lot of electronics going on in there as well. It's just great. It's really good. Look, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to run out of battery now. I've time on my thing. I need to sign off before this dies. So I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm going to have to make another bit after this, aren't I? There we go. So, no, I was just, as I was saying, it's a bit of a revelation, this music. Massive similarities. So you may completely disagree, but this is from a first-time listen. massive similarities to bands like Nirvana and some of those other bands from the grunge era. Short songs and simple in a way, but very sort of driving and direct. And actually, it's good. Actually, sometimes I have things which are 3 minutes, 4 minutes long because I've got used to the long form. I really have. Most of the stuff I'm listening to is 6, 7, 8 minutes. Some sort of 15, 20-minute songs. Goodness, I mean, I've had stuff on here which is half an hour, and it's actually quite refreshing to listen to something which isn't. It's a very different sort of sound. I like Deftones. I really do. I like this so far. And I will certainly be exploring more of this. So I will be obviously listening to sides 3 and 4 of this album. Whether or not I post this as a video, who knows? You desperately want to hear it, then yes, perhaps I will. But I'm going to leave that there for now. I'll see you guys on the next video whenever and whatever that is. And until then, this is Jim over and